Hello and welcome to Mindfulness for Busy People on August 21st of 2024. I welcome you wherever you are, however busy you are, however busy and relaxed you are, however peaceful or chaotic you are, and am creating a space for you to be accepted as you are and to give you a lot of space to practice mindfulness with a busy mind. And so, in doing that, I want to give you permission to be mobile. The only reason that I'm not moving around more and mobile is just because of the technology limitations. But I want to invite you to be as mobile as you would like or feel the need to be. I want to give you permission to um, get distracted and bring yourself back, or perhaps even you're drawing or doodling while you're listening. I'm going to give you permission to be here as long as you can for as short or as long of a time as you have the capacity for today. I'm going to give you permission to be uncomfortable, to not like some of the exercises, or to notice something that um, you'd like to avoid. Give you permission to avoid it as soon as you've noticed it. That your experience is fine. It doesn't need to be my experience. You don't need to follow my experience, but I'm here to offer you some options of how to expand and deepen your human experience. So let's take a deep breath together and sigh it out. Just notice how that felt to take a deeper breath and sigh it out. And if it felt good, do it again. Notice how that felt. And if you listen a little more closely, you might kind of hear um, some desire coming up of kind of how to release some of this energy. And so I'm going to listen to mine and you can follow me if that makes sense for you. But take a deep breath and really forcefully push your exhale out this time. Yeah. And see how that felt for you. And if it felt good, do it again. Just see if you can make some space. Use inside with your breath, but also from your neck to your shoulders, within your throat, within your spine, just by turning your head, making some circles, if that makes sense for you. And now just see where you are now and how you are. How are you feeling? Maybe it's different, maybe it's the same. Do you feel like you're a little bit more in the present now? How close in is your awareness, or how far out does it go? The busier our minds are, the more spread out our awareness tends to be. So just see if your awareness has changed any, if you can reel it in a little bit more, giving yourself the permission to be here now, either for a few more minutes or for the rest of the hour. And if you were more here now, what would you be noticing? What are some of the objects that are in your immediate surroundings? Take a moment to notice those, just name them in your mind. As you become aware of the objects surrounding you, get curious about your relationship to them. What ways do they support you, these objects? Or what meaning do they represent for you that it's just easy to kind of forget about? And let that noticing just take you into some orientation of how many objects and props are supporting you in your daily life. Take a moment to notice the collective support, the collective contributions that are an integral part of your daily life. Notice how you feel towards that, towards these collective contributions. I'm noticing the invention of the computer, electricity, technology, craftsmanship. And notice any feelings that arise from that. And that's all, just notice it. Let those feelings have an impact on you. They'll show up in your body somehow, on your face. And the reason that I'm going slower is because we all need to slow down a bit. So it's okay if you're not going as slow as me, but if I go a little bit slower, you will likely go a little bit slower as well. So if you find yourself moving on or mind wandering or moving around, totally fine. We don't all move at the same frequency, the same pace, and that is okay. So you're about 10 minutes into this practice today and want you to notice any shifts, any changes in your experience and how you're experiencing your environment. And if this is all that you can do for today, congratulations. And it will definitely support you throughout your day. If you can continue, let's take a collective breath and find a way for your feet to be flat on the floor. I'm going to choose to stand up myself just so that I can really put my feet and my legs just really grounded into the floor. And even kind of wiggle your toes around, however your feet can reach the floor of the ground, and see if you can make contact with every single toe to the ground, like pushing it in. Yeah, and now put your attention kind of on the balls of your feet, pushing them into the ground, also your heels. And stand however is most comfortable for you right now in this moment, but put about 20% less effort into standing. And so just let the ground and your feet do the work. Let your weight just sink into that which is supporting you. As you take a deep breath in, just notice the contribution, the value of your feet, your toes. Think about the places that they take you, what makes it possible because of them. And then let's kind of move these toes and heels. So raising up on your heels and then up on your toes. You can do this sitting or standing. You can even just point and flex if your feet are elevated. This is good for circulation. And raise your heels up and hold them in the up or flex your toes. And then drop your heels down. Kind of like that forceful exhale we did. Just Lift it up and drop. Lift it up and drop. And add your arms, lifting with your heels and drop. These are just some neuromuscular nervous system recalibration movements. Just notice how you feel and appreciating your legs, moving them side to side, and just noticing how much your legs do for you. And your hips, move your hips in a circle. In both directions. Give some of your attention just to the structure and design of your human body, how your hips do so many things, protect your organs and create joints and mobility. Shake out one leg. As you shake it out, try to really relax it and shake it out. And the other leg, relax it and then let it dangle and shake. We all have a relationship with our mind and body. Like everything, the quality of our relationship impacts the quality of our life. So, twisting the torso here, relax your arms and twist. Then add a tap onto the front and back of your torso. Just notice the contribution of your torso, all of the processes that are going on in this area to keep our energy up, to keep us moving and breathing and functioning. Just notice, how do you feel towards your torso? Take your hands and just tap on the back of your torso, up and down your lower back. And tap on your liver on the right side. On the left side, your spleen. And just notice, how does that feel? Reach your arms up like you're climbing a ladder, creating some space in between your ribs. And climbing this ladder, lean a little bit forward, not back. And make a little circle up here at the top. Bigger circle, you have to use your hips, support your back, and round it out in front here, like hugging a beach ball or hugging a tree. And just opening up your shoulders and your back. Hold it out to the side. Open up your chest. See if you can relax your chest and do this. If you can relax your arms and hold them out. Your hands behind your head. Relax your shoulders down. Push your head into your hands. Open those elbows up. Reach it over to the side. If that feels good, if it doesn't, find something that does feel good to you. A small circle. Both directions. And shake your arms out. Relax them and then shake them so that they're dangling and shaking. And take a breath. Notice, check in with yourself. Just some mindful movement can create shifts in attitude, awareness, attention, perspective. Super easy. Maybe a little bit weird if it's not something that you're used to doing. And then really listen and pay attention to your body. Your body communicates less with words and more with sensations, more with temperature, um, more with tension. So, tension is not bad, it's just a particular kind of message. So, listen to your body here and see, does it want to move any other way? And honor that without analyzing or thinking or asking permission. Just do it. check in with your body again and see if it would like to move in any kind of way. Then find a comfortable position, whatever comfortable would feel like to you now. Might be different than earlier. If you can do more mindfulness today, continue hanging out with us. Or if you've got to go, congratulations and thanks for taking care of yourself. So make sure that you find comfort first and then check in and see, is this comfortable? Could it be more comfortable easily? And if the answer is yes, then do that. As we continue our deeper self reflection, mindful reflection, um, I want to create a space and attitude of not pushing through, um, but settling in. And so that's why comfort and pace are important. And from here, I just want to ask you to check in and see, what are some of your needs right now? What are some of the longings of your heart that need to be seen and heard and valued? And can you use your breath to open up your heart mind a little bit more? Offer any affirmations to those needs or longings. See where hopefulness may come from and go to. And however you are, wherever you are, however busy or relaxed you are, is acceptable and admirable. I certainly appreciate the effort that you're putting into being well and to taking care of yourself. And I'm very confident that it will pay off for you and the relationships that you're in. And I don't know if everything's going to be all right, but I know that everything that you need is already here. And whatever you will need will be available then as well. So, our deeper dive today on a mindful reflection. Reflection is a standard mental health practice. A lot of people come to counseling to reflect, um, but it's such an easy skill. It's unnecessary just to go to counseling to do it. So today we're going to do another children's story of returning to a child's mind, the series that we're in. And we've been noticing some of the attributes of our own childlikeness and our own attributes that we could reintegrate into our adult selves and have a richer, more enjoyable life experience. The story that we're going to read today or listen to is a story that reflects on universal needs of human beings. It reflects on the um, collective need of connection, the theory of human attachment, and how universal that is. And it also highlights the attribute of hope and timelessness and the common humanity, humans having common experiences. What I want to invite you to do is to, in preparation for listening to the story, um, is listen as close or as far as you feel like you have capacity for. Um, use all your permissions to keep yourself comfortable and put most of your effort just towards listening, and we'll reflect after the story's been read. I'm sharing my screen now. I'm going to play the story, The Invisible String.
The invisible string. Liza and Jeremy, the twins, were asleep one calm and quiet night. Suddenly, it began to rain very hard. Thunder rumbled until it got so loud that it woke them up. "Mommy, Mommy," they cried out as they ran to her. "Don't worry, you two. It's just the storm making all that noise. Go back to bed." "We want to stay close to you," said Jeremy. "We're scared." Mom said, "You know we're always together, no matter what." "But how can we be together when you're out here and we're in bed?" said Liza. Mom held something right in front of them and said, "This is how." Rubbing their sleepy eyes, the twins came closer to see what Mom was holding. "I was about your age when my mommy first told me about the invisible string." "I don't see a string," said Jeremy. "You don't need to see the invisible string. People who love each other are always connected by a very special string made of love." "But if you can't see it, how do you know it's there?" asked Liza. "Even though you can't see it with your eyes, you could feel it with your heart and know that you are always connected to everyone you love. When you're at school and you miss me, your love travels all the way along the string until I feel a tug on my heart. And when you tug it right back, we feel it in our heart, said Jeremy. Does Jasper the cat have an invisible string? Liza asked. She sure does, said Mom. And best friends like me and Lucy? Asked Liza. Best friends too. How far can the string reach? Anywhere and everywhere, Mom said. Would it reach me even if I were a submarine captain deep in the ocean? Asked Jeremy. Yes, Mom said, even there. Or a mountain climber? Even there. A dancer in France? Even there. A jungle explorer? Even there. How about an astronaut out in space? Yes, even there. Then Jeremy quietly asked, can my string reach all the way to Uncle Brian in heaven? Yes, even there. Does the string go away when you're mad at us? Never, said Mom. Love is stronger than anger, and as long as love is in your heart, the string will always be there. Even when you get older and can't agree about things like what movie to see, or what game to play in the back seat, or what time to go to bed. Oh, that's right, you two should be in bed. And with that, they all laughed as Mom chased the twins back to their beds. Within a few minutes, they were asleep, even though the storm was still making the same loud noises outside. As they slept, they started dreaming of all the invisible strings they have, and all the strings their friends have, and their friends have, and their friends have, until everyone in the world was connected by invisible strings, and from deep inside, they now could clearly see. No one is ever alone.
So take a moment just to notice your reactions. And I'm just going to offer some mindful reflective questions. Feel free to notice and observe your responses, or if it feels best to you to dig in and write some thoughts down. Really be an advocate for your own experience. So, did you know about the invisible string? Or what did you know about it? Have you ever experienced that tug on your heart, that heart connection to someone even when you were not with them? Have you ever felt afraid that your string had been lost or disconnected from someone? What are some of the situations or scenarios that feel threatening to this invisible string that you carry? Is it people's anger, distance, or what? And can you reflect on, identify when you're aware of that connection through love that's not limited by physical proximity? Are there memories or experiences that come to mind? Are there some invisible strings that maybe you had forgotten about or that you want to tug on now? Remember, even now, the love connection that attaches you to someone. From anywhere and everywhere. And maybe you want to take a moment to reflect on the sensations, the noticings that you have when love is activated in your heart, in your body, when you're focused on that invisible string. What does it look like, feel like, sound like? And how does it impact you to consider, maybe accept this idea of invisible string of love, connecting the hearts of humans? How does it impact your thoughts, your feelings, body sensations, perspectives, your outlook? And do you have any intentions that you'd like to set in relation to the invisible string in your life. As we start to wrap up, any other reflections or noticing? How are you feeling now compared to how you felt when you started today? What would you like to take with you into your day? More hope, more peace, more confidence, more clarity, more love. Whatever you need is already here. And mindfulness is one of the ways that we find find it, what it is that we need, and access what is available through our ecosystem, our environment that's surrounding us, that we've chosen. So, thank you again for practicing with me. Go and take your peace with you, and I will see you here next time. Take care.